Hello, so this is my third video from my Workroom slash portfolio series, and in this I'm going to be talking about something uh, I came up with and I'm still proud of how amazing that was. And before I go into it, I just wanted to highlight what I shared in the previous videos. So the first one was around strategic process, regarding how I work, how I think, how the process is laid out. And the second one is my roadmap strategy. Like, this company that I shared about, this company had somewhat international and local footing, but it lacked a proper brand presence and it lacked a proper positioning, that personality that would make the company not only stand out, but that would give the company that definition it needed in order to be recognized in the market, either locally or internationally. So definitely I did, like, in that competitor research that I'm going to be talking about at another time. But with that, I was able to figure out that even though a lot of company are providing these services, the martech company, like service like VR, AR, and interactive screens, these type of services, but my deduction was that no one was using that advantage in order to target the right uh, clients, target the right people. Because for me, as I said, even to the founder, that I do believe that the founder was sitting on a gold mine, because using VR, AI would not only revolutionize um, the private company, like product or even services, but it can even take the medical training facilities to a next level, even like therapy and areas like this. And also, let's not forget the NGOs. Like, it was just amazing. So when I got into it, I did my research and I realized that, okay, the company, uh, although works when it comes to these services, but when I moved working on the website, I knew that the website cannot be an advertisement of the company, of the what company has done. Yes, those things are important, but it's highly, I would say, important that the website is an answer to your clients' questions rather than telling them what you can do. Because in this age, people are already bombarded with information. People can easily figure out using chat gpt, using AI. But if you are there who tells them, I hear your problem and I do have the solution, that's what your USP is. That's unique selling price, right? So that's basically what I wanted for the website. So now the amazing part, it's the parallax effect. If you would have asked me 6 to 7 months ago, I wouldn't even know what that meant. But when I sat with the developer and we started working on the website, I just wanted something different, the way I am seeing the company. Because I just thought that if these tech could be used in the right way for even the product, services, NGO, these type of companies, and if people actually take advantage of that differentiating factor, it would be amazing. And in my mind, it was just how people are, although Gen Z and millennials are already working towards trying to adapt to the technology, and with with advent of AI and with so many things being personalized through technology, it's very easy to be lost in the crowd. So in order for people to stand out, it's I just thought that these inclusion would be quite revolutionary. So when it comes to when you log into website and it comes to the hero section, I wanted something that would be simple, that would be modern, but that would be also something that shares about the vision and the forward thinking approach of the company in itself, right? We search on Dribble, we search on Can, we search on different website, and yes, we were able to just pick point how different section of the website would be designed. But for hero section, I thought that we can do something different, and it took us hours just to think about it. And I do believe that when it comes to you building the company up round up, and if it takes you time, I'd say that of course you cannot take the necessary time, but then again, if it takes you time and you are able to organize and develop something that would benefit you for years, then that time is actually an investment. So we thought about it, and the way I and then we saw this example on Dribble, and it was a parallax effect, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? And when he showed me, I was like, okay, this is it, this is what we want. Because through website, I didn't just want to show that the forward thinking and everything about that, but through the way the website would be designed, the parallax effect, these type of areas, I wanted to also highlight the capabilities and skills of the team members that are working. And just the for example, the game designing, the creativity, the website development, however way the website was would be designed, it's not only an answer to your client's questions, but it's also in a way reflection of your work that you put forward. So you're not telling your clients that we hear you and we can solve your problems. You are in a way also showing them how you can solve the problem, and that's like something just done, and that's it. So that was just amazing, and now I'm going to be like sharing with you all the whole process, like inspiration from the website that I took, and how I used AI like Leonardo AI and also Imagine Art AI, how I used those in order to transform what was in my head onto paper in a pictorial representation, so that the designers and developers can see how it can be transformed, and I can have a proper discussion with team members and even the founders if this is the right path to take, because a visual representation is definitely much better than others. So I'm just now going to include me discussing all of the points from my portfolio, like the workroom document.
Hi, so we have transitioned to our workroom, and I have discussed the strategy of building company roadmap, and now we'll move to the parallax effect ideation strategy, right? So in this, I'm going to be taking you through these three folders. So first, it would be like strategy breakdown, the way I decided every layers, because parallax effect have layers, and I'm going to describe everything to you in this, and then we'll move to the inspirations, and then the final draft that I basically prepared using Leonardo AI and also Imagine Art AI. And that was an amazing experience, to be honest. So let's first go to the strategy breakdown. Yeah. So it in total it had 5 layers, right? Before I zoom in, so how perilous effect work is that you have layers in pictures, right? So first there is the farthest layer, and then there is a second layer that's much closer, and then third layer much closer, and the end layer, like in this, it's my fifth layer, that's basically the closest one. So what you do is that as the layers get closer, you started adding elements that you want to add, right? So that's basically what I did when it came to the parallax effect. When it came to the farthest one, I basically describe it with how the lightning and figures and everything would look like. And so that would be like the furthest back one. And yes, I describe it with covering even the most minute details, because we would be using AI to even create the layers, right? So I had this idea, like I said before, that since AI was the one doing it, I wanted that even the minute detail to be uh, um, I would say narrated and guided to the AI, so that somehow that minute detail, somewhat like one or two, are captured perfectly. Because when it comes to like manually creating, of course that won't be possible, and that would take months if not years. But with I think everything got way smoother and way um I would say matlab, more enjoyable, right? So that's the first layer. And then second layer, then I started ending. I basically divided into how uh, we are, for example, the company was, for example, targeting different industry, then core company and stuff like that. So first is industry teasers. So not only the teasers regarding the industry we have covered per se, like the clients already the company had, we for industry teasers I just covered just overall industries that somehow we are covering different parts, right? So, like real estate and backstage artists, social props, right? Then figures, real estate, musicians, social groups. So, this way, like even at the social group, one curly hair, one with the hijab, and one with the soft hair. Like I said, like I mentioned these small details, like even if with every layer we are making like one, two, three version, and we group them together some way, they I would be able to capture even just one. So we'll be able to cover everyone, every walk of life, and we'll be covered like different people and their different choices. So that was industry teasers, and then this was core use cases. So in that, what I basically did was that since the company had already these type of services like VR, and then uh, car work, and the kids table game room, these are somewhat not exactly, but somewhat similar to what the company already did. So I just wanted to transform that into that parallax effect that would be highlighted on the hero section. And so car showroom, teen VR zones, kids. So that's how the layers were built. First industry, so that would be the farthest, not the farthest one, but the second farthest one. And then core use cases, so that's like mid tier. Then for advanced demos, like for example, the proper demos, like fashion try on mirror, like even like two onlookers, fair skin navy business trip. You know how like small details are covered. I just wanted to be covered because even if when it comes to covering people like women, like probably when it comes to women, um, working women, a woman taking care of children at home. So take a home caretaker, a home queen, and then when it comes to and probably an aged woman or probably a young woman. So I wanted with the small details, I'm able to capture that every walk of life. So in a very subtle way, we are trying to showcase that in order to be different, not for people to make their head turn, you need to have something that is different, and that is something that would make people enjoy regardless of what age, what stage of the life people are, and also what choices people have, right? So those were advanced demos, so near mid tier, so that was 80% scale. So the scale is basically how visible and how directed it would be like towards like viewers. And then the fifth layer is a frontline engagement, the proper. So of course the grounding under booths and everything, the backstage artist, family VR team, so peer shape mustard. So I wanted that there would be like a booth that would be there, people would be interacting. So it kind of is the company's gallery with people from all stages of life just immersed within, right? And of course, when I shared this detailed plan with the founder was a bit taken aback because uh, he was like, how are we going to do that in the time frame that I've given you? Then I had to explain him that it's not in the details. The details are there so that we can just feed that to AI. All we have to do is that there would be like figurines over there, there would be booths over there, and all the work, although AI would be doing that, it's just that with the minute detail, whatever AI can capture, we'll be able to showcase different parts of how our services are going to and is changing the world. Right. So this was the whole parallax effect. And then I'm going to be showing you inspiration. So inspiration mainly came from Pinterest. If you don't use Pinterest, you have to think twice, definitely. So one second. So this is how I basically wanted like boots to be there, and boots in a way that if it's in this shape, like these tees. So one way people are interacting with, for example, a booth. The other way people are wearing headsets, VR headsets. On the other, maybe it's like a screen that's engaging people. So in some way, every part, it's like a gallery and people are immersed fully. Get it? So these are different kind of inspiration that I found out so that I can easily share it with not only the the website builder and also the founder, but also for me, because there is one thing that you can tell people about, and even if you are able to put that into words, sometimes to picture it, it takes you a lot of time. So I just wanted myself to also picture it properly, that okay, this is the strategy, okay, these are the inspiration, and then we can move forward with it. So it's like the similar thing. Just trying to share like more examples so they know what we're trying to do. Yeah, these about it. And now the draft. So I created a lot of drafts, and although it had like limited draft, it was just in order to uh, bring out my mental picture on paper, so that people know what, like, where we are coming from, and I can just showcase in instead of using my words, instead of using my voice or my hand as gestures describing, you would have a pictorial representation, right? So I designed this definitely by using Leonardo AI Imagine Art, and these are just images that I created, so that the whole idea is then transferred, and then then it would have changes the way I broke down the strategy, right? Let's go to this one. So, like I already explained to you, there would be booths and people would be interacting in that way. So, this is how I basically wanted, like, people like women over there standing, women over there passing by, people they're interacting, they're talking to people about this, touching the screen, wearing VR headsets. So this is basically like, for example, the sideways, and how the company is transforming people, all walk of life, in a way, right? So of course, like, the farthest it goes, there are going to be more people, because that's like an elongated gallery. But this was basically the whole idea, and I still remember when the first time AI generated it, I was like, oh my god, this is it. And yeah, it was amazing. And of course, when you give prompts to AI, every time it just generates different type of image. So it's another one. These are different type of booths it's created. So over there, a mother is like holding a child and also wearing the VR headsets. A child is over here, and there was also one more example where there was a woman with hijab as well on. So that's why I included those tiny details, so that somewhere along the line the AI is going to capture the small details and include in it, and that's when our work would be not only like on point, but it would be done with minimal effort. And this is the same one. So this is how, like, it's, of course, it's just an image right now. There were a lot of changes, like the layers involved and the color scheme, so that it's not that distracting. But I just made this to share my idea, so that then it can be transformed properly. So like, experiences that last, immersive moment, and start a pilot, this was just the main hero effect of the clients and of the people who would log in. So yeah, this was it. Pretty proud, and this was something that amazed me as well when I came up with it.
Yeah, I know you guys have already seen it. So, this was just my whole process. And even though, for example, it at the start, when you look at the the whole layout of the Excel sheet, everything seemed overwhelming, like it's going to take necessary amount of time. But my idea was that since we have AI at her disposal, I can easily break down each and every layer into small parts, so that even if we can get a overall picture of the effect, the AI can actually nitpick that small things and include that into our illustration, so that even through those small points we are actually telling a story. And it wasn't just that a designer is going to sit and work on it, it was use of AI. So just details, just like it says, everything is in the details. So just the details, not to overwhelm a human, but use the AI in the right way. So we can just work around it and see how it can really help us. And like you see the results, it was able to just transform that. And to be honest, after that I was like, oh my god, AI is revolutionary. And so yeah, this is the first example, the hero image that I wanted, so that from the get go clients are like, okay, wow, okay, this is something, is the future that they want to see. And with details, with everything, they would know that our skills, that the company skills or website company skills of creativity, designing, and everything is on point as well. So yes, thank you.